Hi, my name is Seth Wagner, and we're here at Big Jim Farms. My family has been farming in Corrales in the Rio Grande Valley for over 100 years, and recently we've opened Big Jim Farms as a you-pick farm where you can pick your own vegetables and produce yourself. Our farm is 9 acres here, and we grow chili, squash, we grow corn, we grow tomatoes, we grow cucumbers and other things for salsa. Right now, we're going to be talking about the soil and what farmers do during the winter months and early spring. So as you can see, our fields are, there's no plants here right now, just some grass that's been tilled up from last fall. We do organic farming here, so we plant cover crops and other regenerative methods to build up our soil and provide the plants with healthy nutrients to grow. So right now we're just starting our early tillage where we're using implements with our tractors such as a disc, a rototiller, or a plow. This breaks up the soil and allows us to break it up so that when we plant plants, the roots can grow and spread deep without too much, not too much of a challenge to where the soil is so hard. And so we do that with actually a disc right here. We use this implement and we pull that with our tractor, and that makes it pretty easy. There are farms that do something called no-till, where you do very minimal tillage. That's something that we're heading towards and that we're implementing here as well. We're learning on it. All right, this is known as a disc, and what this does is it drags over the dirt and it'll break up pieces that are big, a lot bigger than this, and it'll go over them and it'll actually cut it right here like that, and it'll break it up, and this will till up just the top, maybe 6 or 8 inches at the most of soil, and that's all you want to do. You don't want to go too much deeper. You bring up your soil, and sometimes that's not too good. There's a lot of good bacteria in the soil that aid in breaking down soil and other organic like compost or manure, and when you bring that to the top of the soil, sometimes it's not too good because the air and the sun could actually kill that. So sometimes not too good, just depending when you do it and how you do it. As we come over here, in the background there's piles, and that's actually animal manure that's been aged and composted. So spreading that out on fields actually provides the soil with nutrients that it needs. It helps, it's a natural fertilizer. And so that's what we're aiming for organic farming. Okay, so this is animal manure. And what are we doing with animal manure? Well, actually, when animals eat food, they actually, they'll digest it and they'll break it down, and they'll take what they need to grow and survive, and the rest they pass through them. What they pass through is broken down, and farmers can actually use this on their soil. It actually has lots of nutrients that the animals no longer need, but fields and plants do. So it actually works in an ecosystem to where we can feed them what we grow on the field, and they in turn can give us fertilizer to grow more food. So this is animal manure that has been aged probably over 7 years, and that time actually allows it to break down more by just the elements, the sun, rain, and natural bacteria in the manure, and that feeds the plants to give us better crops, healthier produce, and just more production. All right, so here we actually have some chilies that are from last year in the fall that we didn't pick. And we didn't pick them for whatever reason. Maybe it froze early or our season was over. But that's all right, because anything that doesn't get picked and gets left in the field actually will in turn benefit next year's crop. These chilies will actually break down by the soil and will actually be almost like a fertilizer for next year. all this grass or any plants that are left here actually will just get disked with that implement I was showing you guys earlier and put back into the soil. So it's never actually a waste to leave that there. We actually would like to leave that as long as possible. These plants have roots in them, and these roots will actually improve your soil as they stay there. It provides a habitat for bacteria, worms, and other soil microorganisms to grow, flourish, and break down our soil. So it's actually good to leave this stuff here and not take it out. And you can see actually some of these chilies, they actually still have all of the seeds in there. And these seeds, just like any other seed, is gonna grow. And when we plant and when we start watering, some of these seeds that didn't get buried deep into the ground or broken up by the disc are actually gonna pop up and grow. So sometimes, well, normally we like our plants all in one row and nice, but when that happens, they start growing in between the rows, in between plants, and typically they actually get taken out because we have cultivating equipment that actually removes weeds as you pull it along. But some in the rows will actually come up and will actually produce crops for the next year. As soon as we break down the soil, we start putting rows down. In New Mexico, we flood irrigate from our acequia ditch, and it's over there, and so we make sure all of our fields have rows that the water can flow down through the soil and water it. That conserves water by not flooding everything completely, and it also allows us to use manual cultivation, so we don't have to spray our fields. We can just use tractors and manual hoeing to take care of the weeds. All right, thank you for visiting Big Jim Farms. Come back in April. We're gonna be putting our rows in and planting. So we'll keep you guys posted. Stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.